Before the existing Pentagon Park buildings make way for new offices, shops, restaurants, and a hotel, they will serve a final purpose, training ground for firefighters. The Pentagon Park Office Park is slated for redevelopment, but as demolition progressed, the site provided Edina and neighboring fire departments with a rare training opportunity. With the developer's permission, several fires were set in the 6-story office building overlooking Highway 100, giving fire and rescue teams a uniquely authentic experience in which to hone their skills. Let's go to Pentagon Park, where Sergeant Aaron White is with Assistant Fire Chief Craig Essig to explain why this training exercise was so important.
Thank you, Brian. I'm not going to lie, it's cold out here today. We're out at Pentagon Park in Edina, and behind me is a building that won't be here much longer. Pentagon Park going under a major redevelopment, and it served one last very important purpose before the impending demolition here, and that was fire training for area fire departments. And to talk more about that, I'm with Assistant Chief Craig Essig. Craig, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
You guys have been really busy out here in the last few days, but also a lot of planning. I know this is a big deal, right?
It is.
Project. And you've been doing live fire training here. Tell me about that. What's been going on?
We've been taking live fires, building them and lighting live fires in multiple rooms in the structure. We're bringing fire crews up. They have to locate the fire. So they go up to the 3rd floor, they search through the smoke and the heat, they locate the fire, they put the fire out, and then they'll back out, and then we'll send a next crew in. We've had approximately 300 firefighters that have gone through this. 14 different agencies have participated, and it all started with a huge cooperation with the developer, the contractors, setting all this up. It's been several months in the works.
You really got a lot of cooperation from the developer here, didn't you?
We did, and it takes a lot to coordinate all of that. I know they have a schedule they have to meet, and they're very accommodating, making sure that we were able to do the training we needed to do here.
You also mentioned a lot of firefighters. This wasn't just the Edina Fire Department, but all your partners from area around the city of Edina. Why is that so important?
Well, what it does is it makes the fire department of the size of Edina, approximately 40 firefighters, and it expands it to almost 300. You know, we work with our other agencies, we train with them. This isn't the first time we've met. So this makes it so that we expand our fire department so that now when we meet on a scene, we know the faces, we know how other people work, we train with them ahead of time so that when we do show up on a real large scene, it's not the first time we've met these folks. We know how they train, we know how they fight fire, they know how we do it, and we're all just one big department then versus the small Edina Fire Department.
And that's really key. Maybe a lot of people don't know that when there are major fire events, you're really counting on those neighboring agencies to help you deal with those situations.
Very heavily, yes. We, again, you know, if we get a fire in our city, we just have a small crew to get started. We rely heavily on multiple agencies to come in and help us.
And this is a unique structure too. This isn't a little residential house or a small structure. How's firefighting different in the training and whatnot in a building like this versus you know, the traditional residences that we think of in Edina?
Well, with this, it added a huge element to us, a very unique opportunity. It's a very large structure, multiple rooms that we're not familiar with, our firefighters are not familiar with. So they get to go into an environment, very realistic, burning real materials that would be on fire in a real fire. And it adds that challenge of they have to locate a fire and put the fire out and then search and rescue in multiple rooms that they've never been in. It's on a higher level, upper levels, so we have to go upstairs, we have to haul all of our equipment up there, which adds more labor into our process and so on. So it helps us train in all that, work out all the bugs, and
Sure.
make it more efficient for us.
Well, and I think everybody recognizes there's some inherent danger in fighting fires. How do you do this safely? How do you conduct live fire training and kind of make sure it's a safe experience for firefighters?
A lot of the work up front is geared on safety. We have to bring in safety officers. We have to bring all the firefighters through and give them a briefing on what to do if things go bad. We have safety officers positioned throughout the structure to make sure everybody comes out safe and no injuries and everything flows the way it should.
Well, great. Well, Craig, appreciate your time and the overview. This is pretty cool. I can see the smoke out the windows, and I can only imagine the fun you had here in addition to the serious business of training. So thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
And thanks for bearing the cold with me.
My pleasure.
It is chilly out here, Brian, and we'll return to you in the studio. Our thanks to Craig Essig and all the members of the Edina Fire Department.
Thank you, Aaron.